Yeah, the characteristic of language. We can talk about imitation.
Imitation, logicless, okay, arbitrariness. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I made my
Mhm.
main for. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Koniba, let me ask you one question. Do you feel that you need to learn some of the aspects of language while translating? Because what I have just I was giving you the information that how language is important in the task of translation. So from these last two three sessions you are there in last two three sessions. So do you believe that we should learn language first, language elements, linguistic, whatever? Do you believe that after good language you can translate?
Yeah, of course. Because if you want to be a translator, a good translator, you have to know a language, different aspects of language, how language is said, how language is formed. So, to be a good translator, you should know a language first. Learn a language
Okay.
domains like that.
Yeah, yes. What language you speak, Koniba? What is your language in your country?
My official language is French.
French.
Yeah,
And what is your local language? Yeah. Do you
my
speak the
my
same
local
one, French?
language is Bamanankan.
Okay. See, you may have seen a lot of translations in English and your language, French also. Okay, some of the Spanish language also. Okay, some other languages also. So see, when you get some kind of task of translation, okay, so you just observe the things whatever I have taught you in these last few sessions or maybe further sessions as well. Okay, so did you see any translated word from English to French or maybe French to your local language? Did you see anything like that?
I don't understand, sir. Please.
Did you see any book which is translated from English to French or French to English?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I have seen that.
Yeah. Okay. So,
In
yes, yes. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
I
You're
have seen
speaking. Yeah.
I have seen a book translated into from English to French. I have seen that.
What was the book? What was the book? It
I
was literature book. Oh, okay, okay, no problem. If you don't remember, no problem. But see, uh, so language, both the language you should learn. Okay, the target language and source language. Both the language are very important in the in the this translation studies or in the work of translation, task of translation. Okay, so that's why this is the point that we should be aware about this translation. We should be aware about this, whatever comes into the language studies, linguistics, whatever. Okay, okay. I hope that this is okay. Good thing that you have remembered a lot of things from the last session. But still, whoever will watch this video later on. So for them, we can have a recap, and then they can continue with the sessions uh, to listen. Okay, let me share my screen. Just we will have a small recap, very small recap, and then we'll move on to the today's session. Okay, just let me know whether the screen is visible or what. Okay, translation and linguistics we did, right? Can you see this?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. We'll do it quickly, okay, and then we'll because we have to cover a lot of things in the today's session also. Okay. Hmm. Okay, these on the screen you have some of the definitions of language. Okay, no matter any definition you are using from this presentation, you are using from your study material, or any definition you can use from Google as well. So linguistics or language definition, you can find it out. Then we spoke about these characteristics of language, how the language is, okay, and what are the features of language. So these are this feature: arbitrariness, logicless. Okay, why it is logicless? I have given the example of tree, or any example you can take. Okay, why we called a particular word to that particular thing? Why we called a door a door? Okay, why we called a small thing like, a small window? What, why should we call that window? That is a window. Okay, so we don't have any answer for this question, because society has made us to understand, to follow some of the meanings of particular words. So generations by generation we are studying this, we are following this. Okay, so arbitrariness, language is arbitrariness, creative, imitation, and changeful. So creativity, a lot of creativity comes in the language, because in the updation we can call it updation, or we can call it like, change in a language. Okay, so a lot of people like who write books or poems, novels, plays, like these all people use the creative language. I have told you the example, like, about Shakespeare, how he has used the words like thou, though, thou, thine, these words in English creatively, and which fascinated people to see these things are very new. Okay, as a very new. These are the features, characters, we can say: imitation, changefulness. I have given one example yesterday, for the language, how a language is changeful or variable. Okay, because what language we speak right now, that was not the similar, that was not the similar in the history 10, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Okay, so variable, the same language takes place or changes every after every particular time, after over a period of time, you can see the changes in the languages, the words, sentences, and everything. Components of language, these are the components. Sounds, I told you what is the sound is a small alphabets which creates a single sound. Okay, when we combine the alphabets, it creates words. Okay, and when we create combine the words, it becomes sentence. Okay, so these three, majorly these three are the components of the language, any language. Okay, not only for English I'm talking about. Then emergence of language, there are so many theories how language has emerged. Some people say that from a religious theory tells about this: God has created the language, and then people are using the language in their own way. Okay, so basically language has emerged by the God created the language, and he gave it to the people, to the humans. Imitation. Okay, by copying the other people, humans have learned the language. It is that about. Then principle of impulse, again this is a similar one. The sounds, how gradually becomes the sound. Okay, becomes the language. So we have done with this with examples. Theory of music, how the organ of our speech organs, sorry, speech organs create some kind of sound, and then over a period of time, that sounds different kind of music from the organ of speech, um, uh, that become the language later on. Then fields of languages. Okay, whatever the fields of languages and how language is being used in that particular field, we discussed yesterday. Okay, society, how the how people use this language in the society, with while they are speaking with some other companions of society, how it is different from the other aspects of language. Then we have done with this educational, science, and business. All the words, all the sectors, we can say, are completely different than each other. How as language is being used in a different, very different way in each of the sector. Then language registers, the major part of yesterday's session was this. Registers, okay, how the registers we have in a different sectors, different parts. So advertisement register, market register, journalism register, office register, and of course you may have different more than these registers in the language use. Okay, so we discussed this, how the advertisement register, like whatever the words come into the advertisement business, those words are advertisement register. Then we had discussed with this market register, how the words like profit, business, loss, all words related to the market, related to the like what is that, trades, business, okay. So all words will come into that, and then this is a market register. Then journalism register, office register. I have given many examples regarding this. The office register also I have given the example, how the official or the government people or the government documents created in the different languages, like in your own country also, your national language, whatever your national language, but the way of using the words, sentences in the official documents is completely different than the other registers. Then literature register, okay, literature register also people who write poems, novels, plays, these all elements of literature, we can say. People use in a different way. When you are reading a story, reading a novel of something, then you will feel, you will have a different kind of experience than the other things which you read. For example, you read newspaper will be completely different from the novel, okay. So like that, the literature registers we have. Then lastly, we have seen these branches of linguistics: phonology, morphology, syntax, and semantics. These are the four major branches of linguistics, or any language in the world. So these are the four things we study language through these concepts. So phonology, I told you the examples of p, b, t, d, k, g, whatever sounds, whatever vowels, consonants, diphthongs you have, this all study will come into the phonology part. Okay, so as English has the consonants and sounds like this p, b, t, d, k, g, diphthongs, vowels, whatever, and then you also may have some of these sounds like this in your own language as well. Morphology also a kind of word formation process, we can say. Okay, how the words are created, okay, and then it creates different meaning. So this all comes into the study of morphology. Then syntax is also a study of sentence, or sentence in a language, okay. And then semantics also, or semantics, which deals with the with what meaning and phrases of the word in the language, okay. So we did this. Let me go to this another another presentation for the, give me time, it's coming on the, okay. Okay, I hope you can see this. Wait a minute. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this, guys? Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we can see, we can see.
Yes, let's. Okay, okay. Linguistics, like it was not like to cover in one session, so that's why the rest of parts which is related to the semantics, syntax, and whatever the elements of linguistics. So the last part that we are going to continue today. Okay, let's see. Okay, semiotics. Okay, another form, another the branch of literature, we can say, or the a component of linguistics, we can say, or a crucial concept of linguistics, we can say, semiotics. Okay, so what is semiotics that we are going to study here? Okay, remember this thing. Yesterday we have spoken about in the last session we have spoken about this the language use. Okay, language register, different words. Okay, these all things. But here, similarly, with the help of these linguistics elements, we are going to study something more apart from the elements. Sorry. Okay, let's see what is semiotics. The study of signs and symbols and their use or interpretation. Okay, study of signs and symbols. Okay, semiotics is the study of the use of symbolic communication. Another definition, symbolic communication. Okay, we use some kind of sign, symbols, indicators to communicate with people. Okay, so that is a semiotics. Semiotics can be include sign, logos, gesture and other linguistic and non-linguistic communication method. Okay, so what is semiotics? Semiotics is a study of symbolic communication or symbols, sign, gesture, what we call this body language also we can call it. Okay, so these all comes into the semiotics. Okay. Okay, as language is important, as word is important, as sentence is important in the speaking, similarly, signs and symbols also important in the communication. Okay, right? For example, let me tell you, if you if you're visiting a public place, you may find some of the symbols and signs on the public places, like no smoking, no parking. Okay, then smoking zone, no smoking zone. Okay, you may have seen these kind of symbols. Okay, drive slowly. Okay, again, if you are visiting some of the places, offices or somewhere, so remove your shoes here. Okay, put your bags here. Okay, some of the symbols. Okay, some of the sentences also will be written, sentences you can find also, but with the smoking also, sorry, with the symbols also. For example, take this example of no smoking. You will be finding this many places, at many places, the symbol of no smoking. What it means, it's communicating, it's telling you to not to smoke here in this place. Okay, understand my point? Sometimes we, without writing the sentences, we give some kind of symbols to communicate with people. Okay, understand? So symbols and signs, it means the study of signs and symbols means semiotics. Understand this? It's a very simple way to understand this. When we talk about some of these symbols in the communications, signs in the communication, then it means semiotics. Understand? I hope this is the simple way of telling you, and then you understood this semiotics. What is it? Okay. Okay. See, why we should learn these symbols and everything in the translation? Yes, it is important as we study, as we see the importance of word, sentences, and some other things, like whatever linguistical approaches and elements. Similarly, we need to understand the symbols, signs, and in the communication, or in the field of translation, we can say. Okay, so in semiotics we have some of the concepts. Okay, so with these concepts you should understand with a very carefully. Listen it very carefully. You should understand it in a very deep way. What is sign, what is signifier, and what is signified. See, this will be a theoretical part, but when you understood this, when you get, when you gain the complete idea about these things, so your actual translation work will be very easier. Okay, that will be like, like you can do anything within the with a given period of time. You will feel that, need not to tell by myself my side, but you will feel that when you are studying this and when you are getting everything whatever we have in theoretical format, then it will help you to complete the task of translation, or in a very more better way, in a very more perfect way. So that's why We have to learn these all things. Sign, signifier, and signified. What is this? Three concepts are there. Okay, sign consists of two components, signifier and signified. Now what is signifier and what is signified? Let's see. Signifier is a material form of sign. We can hear, taste, touch. That is a signifier. And what is signified? It is a mental concept. It is a meaning of concept. Now see, for example, if I tell you the example, water bottle. Now you can touch the water bottle. Okay, you can touch the water bottle because it's a like, it's a material. Okay, material. Okay, so it's a, you can see, you can touch it, and you can like, you can see that that is a signifier. But what is signified? Signified is what? The mental concept. Okay, understand? Understand? So like, for example, let me give you a more, in a more simple way, I'll give you example of this signified. The meaning of concept. For example, tree. See, actual tree is a signifier. When you see, you can see from your window, you may see the one of the trees. Okay, so that is a tree that you can see. Okay, that is a signifier. Okay, but the next point, the word tree is signified that can be understood by everyone. See the mental situation. If I am telling you one word, you can imagine also. Okay, and you can understand that word also. Take the example of water bottle. If I tell you water bottle, you know the picture in your mind, what is water bottle, how it looks. Okay, and again you understand why the water bottle is there, or what is the meaning of water bottle. Okay, so we carry water from that with the help of that water bottle. Okay, understand? So understanding is a signified, and signifier is actual material thing. Okay, so you can see this example again once more. Tree is signifier because we can see, we can touch it, and we can see that. And the tree is signified also, that can be understood by anyone. See, if you don't have tree around you right now, if I tell you what is tree, so in your mind that picture comes. What is the tree? Okay, so see the signifier and signified. One which you can touch, you can realize it, and one the another you can understand it in your mind. This is signifier and signified. Let me tell you one the more things about this later on. You will be able to understand with the examples. So Pierre's concept of signs. What is sign? Symbol. Now what are the types of symbol? See, there are three types of symbols. What are those? Indexical, iconic, and symbolic. Okay, so you will understand what is signified and signified from these examples. See this, indexical has relations between word and concept. For example, image of smoke may represent the fire. Image of smoke may represent the fire. See the relation between fire and smoke. The concept is one single concept. Okay, the concept is one, but we can see there are other words in one concept, fire and smoke. Understand? Indexical, it means that, so we have some of the relations between two words. Okay, two different words. Here the smoke and fire is, these are the two words, we can combine it together. Okay, and we can understand these words are related to each other. Okay, it doesn't happen that without smoke we have fire, or fire is a part of smoke. Indexical. Then the second is iconic, a strong physical resemblance. For example, the word tree stands for tree. Okay, strong physical resemblance. Okay, now some of the signs which related to the word exactly. So that we call iconic. Why? Because see, a particular word is that particular word is for that thing only. Okay, so it's a strong physical resemblance. If I say water bottle, the water bottle, you will understand the water bottle and you will see that this is a water bottle. See, we cannot have another object and we can say this is water bottle. If you take a water in the plastic bag and we can say that this is a water bottle. No, we cannot see. Why? Because when we are using the word water bottle, it has some kind of different picture also in our mind, and we call this is a water bottle. Okay, we cannot say that in the plastic bag we have water. Okay, a pouch of water we can say, and we can say for the pouch of water, oh, it is not pouch but it is, we can call it water bottle. No, some of the words are iconic. Okay, so all the word, all the society follows that word for that, for a particular meaning. So that's why iconic symbols or signs. Then number three is symbolic. There is no relationship between word and concept. Sometimes the sign of cross is, see the examples. The sign of cross is related to the Christianity, but it may symbolizes other meaning too, like hospital, the sign of hospital. Okay, see the example. One symbol may have different relations, or maybe there may not be a different kind of, like, a completely different meaning as well, we can say. Okay, the relationship between word and concept. Okay, that you will not find in there. Okay, so for example, the word, like, whatever the sign we have, Jesus Christ's sign, this a cross. So cross is, all Christianity people believe that this cross is a sign of God. Okay, whatever you feel, whatever you understood by this sign in the religion, you have different idea. But same cross, you will be also having the same cross, through the same cross, the meaning of hospital. You can see there is a board of cross in a red color, then you will feel that, okay, oh, there is a hospital near somewhere. Okay, so sometimes words will be similar, signs will be similar, symbols will be similar, but it may have different meaning as well. Okay, so in the translation, sometimes you may have different emotions. You may have, sorry, you may have same emotions, but in that emotion, in some other country, in some other culture and some other society, may have a different meaning also. Okay, many of time, like, crying. Okay, take the example of crying. So what symbolizes the crying? Crying, if I'm sad, so I cry. Okay, but cry also have a different symbolic meaning. If I'm so happy, so my tears are coming out and I'm little crying because of a huge happiness in my life. Okay, so symbols are very important, icons are very important, signs are very important to understand the meaning of the particular text, particular sentences and the word. Okay, without signs and symbols it is not possible to find out the appropriate meaning. Okay, so like, example of cross, example of word crying, action of crying is completely may have completely different meanings, and that's why we call it, the signs and symbolic meaning or symbolic sign in the communication. We have two more concepts from the language. Okay, lang and parole. Maybe if you study MA English, though, you may familiar with this. Okay, lang and parole. Ferdinand Saussure has spoken about these two linguistics terms, lang and parole. What is it exactly? Let's understand this. Lang, it denotes the abstract principle of language use. Okay, see, I'm telling you again and again, this is a theoretical part. Please try to understand it quick, appropriately. Then this, it will help you to conduct translation work with a very smooth way. Okay, in a very smooth way. So what is lang? Lang, it denotes the abstract principle of language use. Okay, what it is shared by community, and it is a language speaker expected to use. Now, what is the first sentence? It denotes the abstract principles of language. See, um, any word, okay, any word. So better to understand bit betterly, I'll take the same example. The what is abstract principle? Abstract principle, the principles which are there in the society. Nobody said, nobody told these are the principle, you need to talk like this. These are the principle, you need to follow like this. No, nobody said, but still we have some of the principles in the society that is abstract. Okay, how abstract? For example, yeah, take the example of the same one. Tree, heart. Okay, heart. Okay, tree. Who said you to say this? This is the tree. Okay, nobody says that, but there is a principle of saying, like, all the people follow that principle. This is a tree. We use that word as a tree. Okay, so lang is the thing which tells you, indirectly tells you, indirectly gives some kind of principle of using language. Okay, understand? Get my point? Language. Okay, so this is basically the use of language and the principle, the rules, regulation of language use. This is called lang. Okay, lang. Okay, see this. For example, how whatever we speak in the society, with our friends, with family members, with anybody, what that who has told you to speak in that way? Okay, if you are speaking with your teacher, if you are speaking with your mother, when you are speaking with your close friend, now who told you to who taught you to speak like that? If you are with your friend, so use any word, any slang, anything you can use with your friend, that you can communicate with your friend. Okay, still, if you're talking with your mother or talking with your father, okay, so you will speak in a very different manner, like, very honestly, polite words, and some simple simple soft words. Okay, then you will see that who taught you to do these things? Nobody, but this society indirectly. So society has some of the abstract principles of language use, how to use language in our day-to-day life. That is the major issue that we have to learn about the lang. Okay, then parole. Now, what is parole? It is an actual use of language, and it is a person. Okay, it is all about your way of using language. Nothing apart from this. It is only the way of language use, or actual use of language. Okay, see this. If I'm speaking with my friend, I can, like, talk very formally. Okay, it's my own freedom, that how to use the word, how to use the sentences, and ultimately how to use language. Okay, so Parul says that, like, it deals with the it is an actual use of language, and it's a personal. Okay, you follow the principles, or not follow the principle. If you are not following the principle, but still, whatever you are using as a language, that is important, and that is we call parole. Okay, two major concepts are here. um, uh, okay, understanding science as a translator. Now this is very much important. If you're not getting this, like, what do you say that, uh, some of the elements of the linguistics, but at least understand these kind of points and concepts that will help you to understand the rest of part. Understanding the understanding the signs and symbols as a translator. Now, why it is important? Why it is important? See this example. Number one, some words or signs are not available in other language. Okay, you can see that there's a, maybe if you remember, Sharma sir, Dr. Sharma sir expressed one example how the one word can be used in a different way, and it may have a different meaning. Okay, I think word was something in the Sanskrit or Tamil language, whatever, and the word's meaning was widow. Widow, understand? Widow, a lady who doesn't have a husband or whose husband has died. Okay, see the meaning of widow is in one language has a different. Okay, but the word in the other language, in this from the source language, the same word which will not be able to convey the same meaning, because in the target language the word meaning is widow. Okay, similarly you may also have different words. Okay, signs, like for example, some a particular sign. Okay, sign of smiling, something like crying. Okay, looking sad or making some kind of face as per the situation, happy situation, sad situation, whatever. So in that case, sometimes words or signs are not available in other language. Okay, because all the cultures are different than each other. Absolutely, Indian culture is different than your country. Okay, and your country's whatever expressions, emotions, signs, okay, sign system, whatever you have, will not be able here. Okay, in the English or in the Hindi language of India. Okay, so signs, symbols are like it is not possible to have the same thing. Okay, so that's why we have to understand the sign symbols from different languages, that we can translate in a very specific manner or in a very perfect way. Okay, now we can see there's a lot of time people click the photos with the with raising two fingers. Okay, two fingers which shows victory, a sign of V, a sign of victory. See the sign of victory. Now it is accepted everywhere that if you are showing two fingers, okay, two fingers and showing this to the other people, it means that it signs the victory, that you have win something, if you have won something. Okay, so these kind of sign I'm talking about, sign with the use of fingers, sign with the sign and symbols with the use of face. Okay, what is that, body language. Okay, so these kind of signs you may not have available or you may not find in other language. That's why we have to understand it first, and then we can translate it into the target language. Getting my point? This is very important. Okay, so you have to understand the signs first. Okay, so different signs, maybe sometimes this may happen. Okay guys, this may happen also. One sign from one country or one culture, one society may not be have a similar meaning. Okay, similar meaning. So if you are showing that sign, it may have a bad sign in the other language. Understand? Or maybe whatever sign you are making, okay, showing your thumb there like this. Okay, thumb, showing your thumb, it means okay, whatever. But maybe this similar sign may have a different meaning in different kind of like what do we say, different language. Okay, so signs are very much important to understand, to translate a particular idea from one language to another language. Okay, then the next one, some signs or words may have different meaning in other words. Just I said that. Okay, some signs, some symbols may have different word, different meaning. Sorry. Okay, so in other language we have to take care also. If one sign is in one source language, it's accepted. If you are showing something, okay, if you are showing some fingers, okay, that is absolutely fine in source language. But while translating it, you have to consider the social culture condition situation of the target language also. You cannot, this may happen in a very bad way if you are using the same sign in the other target language. Okay, so my point is that I'm telling you that one sign may have a different meaning in another language. Okay, so if you are feeling that this sign is in my country, this is okay, everybody accept it if you are showing some kind of finger. Okay, but the same one will not be accepted or may have bad meaning in the target language. So you have to avoid these kind of things, and that's why to understand, to translate perfectly this whatever you are translating, that's why it is very important to understand the sign and symbols. Okay, the next one, to convey the appropriate meaning, signs are important. To convey the appropriate meaning, signs are important. Okay, okay, for example, you are like, you are seeing this one guy who is showing the V symbol with the two fingers, and like, he's not speaking anything but showing only the symbol of victory. Okay, symbol of victory, just only showing this, but what he is trying to convey, okay, he is successful now. Whatever he has, like, whatever he has done, okay, so he got like, he got win, he wins that, and like, he won this whatever he was doing, and that's why he's showing that. Okay, suppose if you're showing any other symbols, okay, instead of saying victory symbol, so how people will understand that you have done well job, good job? No, that's why appropriate symbols also important. You cannot write in a different way. If I'm showing you a victory symbol, then you are not writing about my victory. You are not writing about my positiveness. Okay, so and you are writing something different. No, it is not possible. That's why for conveying a particular meaning, appropriate meaning, signs are very much important. And that's why sign also we have to understand. Okay. Many of time you will come across the, while you are translating some of the work or some of the whatever stories and anything, you may feel like, we you have to understand the expressions, emotions from that text. Okay, and according to the action, whatever action is happening in the text, that the signs, whatever happenings, whatever are happening there, okay, we have to understand this, those, and then only you can write. Okay, only you can write appropriately, otherwise your meaning will be different, and the action, the emotions will be completely different in the source language. Okay, so according to the source language, whatever signs, symbols we have to translate it, transform it in a very appropriate manner. Understand? The next is, without understanding sign, translation may go in a wrong way. Of course, of course, if you don't know the sign, then you will write something different instead of writing the appropriate or correct word for that. Okay, some like, showing some kind of finger, showing some kind of victory symbol, showing some kind of thumb symbol. You have to understand this. If you're not getting it, then it's going to be like, in a very wrong way. You will write something different answer, different meaning for that word, for that action. Okay, and then translation may go in a very wrong way. You will not stop, because if you are writing one word, if you are making one mistake in the translation, the mistake will bring all the related mistakes in the mistakes, the other mistakes in the text. Okay, so remember this, when you are trying to translate it, you have to think deeply, understand deeply the concept, the text, emotions, expressions, whatever we have, symbols. Okay, if you're making one single mistake in the text, and then that mistake will continue, and then other several mistakes will take place in the translation, because and then at the end of the all mistakes and all translation, obviously and absolutely the meaning of that text will be completely different than the original source, original text, or source text, we can say, source language, we can say. Okay, so without understanding, don't do it. Understand this, think about it. What is it, what kind of task you are doing, whether it is novel, whether it is scientific text, whatever it is, like, you get the complete idea first. That is very, very, very important. You get the complete idea first. What is it about and what is language? What use of language, words, form, variety, everything you have to see, and then you can start the translation. Correct? Okay. The last point. This is language sign. Language sign system is. Sorry, I have made a mistake. Language sign system is more important in the translation. Similarly, there's no need to tell you because I'm explaining these all points here. So, of course, some sign system is very much important. Okay, as I told you the example of crying. Okay, crying. If some a person is crying, it may have two reasons. Okay, or maybe it may have two meanings. One person is crying, doing the same action with a very sadness. Okay, and other person will do the same action with a very different thought, that he is happy, and because of his too much happiness, his blissfulness, he is his tears are coming out. Okay, so in the happy crying, crying also you can see in the happiness some people cry and believe that okay, they got emotion, they become emotional, and then they start uh, like you know like their tears will come out and everything you will see. So one action, one word or one action may have a different meaning. If one person is he's not speaking anything, he's sitting there and just his tears are coming out, then how you will find it out? So whole situation, you have to understand the whole situation, and then as per the situation you will understand how that person is using that expression, whether he is using in a very bad manner because of something happened him, something happened badly with him, and if maybe he is crying because of his very, he has achieved something and because of happiness the tears are coming out. Okay, so understanding the science and as a translator is very important. Okay, so without that you cannot do that, these things. Okay, syntagmatic and paradigmatic. Okay, as I'm telling you again and again, this you have to understand this. You have to focus on this, understand the elements and everything like this. Okay, I'm telling you this, but what we need to see, what exactly we have to understand. Let's see this. These two words are syntagmatic and paradigmatic. It's a kind of analysis of word, analysis of sentences, analysis of text, analysis of meaning. Okay, let's see how we understand this syntagmatic. Okay, number one, refer to relation between words and sentences, alteration of words, combination of word combination may change the meaning. Okay, so we have to understand the first, the relation between the words. Of course, the very first thing in the translation, you have to have a good knowledge about most of the words. I cannot say all the words, but most of the words vocabulary in target language also, and from the source language also. Understand this point? You have to understand the sentences, the meaning of words in both the languages. Correct? So because if you change the word format, okay, if you change the places of the word, if you using any word anywhere, then meaning may change. Okay, see, for example, we have here example, Paul is bathing a dog. Paul is bathing a dog. See, if you don't know the meaning of these words, okay, whatever the words will see this, I'm giving you the example. Many of time it happens, it will happen to with you also. While translating, you will not find a particular word that the word should be there in that context. Okay, so that's why these are the examples. That's why you can see the simple sentence I have written here, but you may come across with the difficult words that you will not be able to use in a proper way. That's why we have to understand the syntagmatic analysis. Okay, see the example, Paul is bathing a dog. Same words we have in the second sentence, A dog is bathing Paul. So what? Which one is meaningful? A dog is bathing. Is it possible a dog can bath have a bath with Paul? Paul is a human man. So example, same words you are using in a different way. Paul is bathing a dog. A particular, a perfect general structure of a sentence. Okay, and also a perfect use of words. Different. Paul is bathing a dog. Okay, all the words you are using in a very particular manner, that creating some kind of meaning. Okay, then if you say this, a dog is bathing Paul, so you're using the words in a different manner. Okay, different manner, and you're not following the structure of sentence, then the meaning will not be conveyed what a person of what the speaker is trying to say. Understand? So word relation between words, relation between sentences, and the structure of the sentences should understand by the translator. Okay, then the next one is paradigmatic. What is paradigmatic? It is a set of associated words, similar words, synonyms we can say. Hmm? Okay. See, many of time you will use the synonyms in the translation to make your translation in more better way, and also that is a good way to make your translation in a very rich kind of translation. Okay, when you have a lot of words in your mind, different innovative attractive words, that your translation will be as good, will be very good, whatever knowledge you have um, from the language. So syntagmatic, word relation. Similarly, paradigmatic, it means that it is a set of associated words. For example, you are using one word in the sentences. Of course, you may have a different synonyms of that word. Then, in that case, according to the situation, according to the requirements, you should use a particular word to convey that meaning in a very appropriate way. Okay, take the example: the dog, cat, chimpanzee bit me. Okay, dog, cat, chimpanzee. See all the associate. These all are animals, and they can bit or bite. Okay, they can bite. Okay, dog, cat, chimpanzee, whatever. But the meaning of the the action of the meaning, you can see the here using with the associated words. Understand? Similar words, dog is also animal, cat is also animal, chimpanzee is also animal, and these all are doing the same action, biting somebody or beating somebody. Huh? Understand this point? So in many of cases, you need to use the particular words or associated words, or maybe sometimes synonyms in to convey the meaning in a better way. Okay, syntagmatic analysis and paradigmatic analysis, very important to understand. If you are understanding it theoretically, even at least theoretically, you will be you will be doing good. Definitely you will be doing good in translation task. Okay, so syntagmatic, paradigmatic. So remember this. Again, we'll be having this. Okay, so paradigmatic and syntagmatic. Okay, next one, paradigmatic analysis. Now, what does it mean? Okay, got this general idea? Syntagmatic and paradigmatic. Yeah, got this general idea, very general. What do we call for this? And then we'll move on to the paradigmatic analysis of science. Okay, let's see. As translator, we need to choose appropriate words. Okay, as I told you this example. See this paradigmatic. Dog, cat, chimpanzee, all are associated with one category, that is animal. Okay, but if the situation is asking to use the word dog, then why how can you use the word cat? You cannot. The meaning will not go appropriately there. So associate words also, or similar words, substitute words also, you have to use it very carefully. Okay, why? Because you need to convey a good meaning, whatever meaning you have, that whoever is reading your translated text, you should get a good taste of reading. Okay, take the example of food at restaurant. Okay, see, this will apply to the words, apply to the vocabulary. How? Let's see. If you're visiting one restaurant for having a dinner, okay, you visited there, you sat there, and one person came to you and he is asking for the order. Okay, and then you asked him for the menu card, and he has given you one menu card, and then you are watching this the list of the food, different types of food. Okay, now what you will do, whatever you want, whatever you feel this food will be having a good taste, that you should eat, that food only you can order. I mean, you will order. This is absolutely fine. Why you are ordering that particular food? Okay, because you feel that I can eat this and this will be tasty for me, a tasty good food for me. Now who told you to order this food? You decided, okay, you decided because you feel you like it. Okay, this food will be good. Okay, whatever different kinds of food they have, that you don't feel that you didn't feel that, okay, these kind of foods are very good, that I should order all the types of food. No, whenever, remember this, whenever you go in the restaurant, you only order of a particular food that you like it, and that which you eat it. Okay, similarly in the vocabulary also, in the translation also happens, like whatever words you feel good, whatever words you like the most, that word you use it. Okay, okay, but the point is that you have to take care whether these words also will be liked by, or will be like, will be helpful to convey the meaning. Understood? In the vocabulary, in the dictionary, in the words, you will find hundred of words, similar words, synonyms. Okay, but which one you will use for particular meaning, for particular word, while translating, that is most important. That's why I have given the example of restaurant. Okay, whatever food you like it, you only order it and you eat it. Similarly, it is all about your taste, your like. Okay, in the translation also, if you are translating one sentence, so you may have a lot of words in English, synonyms and everything. Okay, but it is up to you how, which word you are using in a very in that very particular translation. Okay, let's see next one, command over the meanings of word. Okay, of course you have to have some kind of command over meanings of word. Okay, that then like, that meaning will not be like, changed in the translation. So you get idea about this. Hmm? Whatever idea you have, what is the meaning of that particular word, that you should know. Okay, and also you should understand, if one word has a different meaning, you should understand, you should be able to choose which one is used here, or which one you should use in the translation. So that's why, as I told you, that you should have a great vocabulary, command over vocabulary and the words and their meanings. Okay, paradigmatic. Okay, knowledge of synonyms. Knowledge of synonyms. What is knowledge of synonyms? If one word, of course you may have a lot of meanings, a lot of words in the lot of similar words in every language. Okay, um, you may have like different meanings. Okay, like for example, word clever. The word clever has different synonyms also. Brilliant, intelligent, okay, smart. Okay, so we can say that clever. Okay, so some like this, You should have a good knowledge about synonyms and synonyms of the words in the target language and source language. Getting my point? Knowledge of words, knowledge of synonyms also also is very important in the way of in the task of translation, in the work of translation. All right, taste of the words. It's simply is a selection of words, how you select the words. Okay, if a situation is a very comic situation in the translation text, okay, then your words will be different. Okay, taste of words, you should understand what if you are translating comedy, so you so many words you should know. If you are translating tragedy, if you are translating one of the bad experience, bad accident, okay, a happy event, okay, a happy incident, blissful incident, according to the situations, you have to have a good taste of the words. Okay, you should not use only simple words and translate it. The meaning, the deepest meaning of that particular word should be conveyed through the through those words that chose you have chosen. Okay, understand? So taste of the words also, as a translator you have to understand the associated meaning. Associated meaning, okay, associated, again the related words or something like, one word and you may have a different associated words here. Okay, so understanding the associated words also very important. The knowledge of substitute words, knowledge of, as I'm telling you that one word may have a different meaning, a slight changes or slight differences in the meaning you will find. Okay, understand? So knowledge of substitute words also you have, like substitute words, synonyms. Okay, if you are using that particular synonym, then how you are going to use it? If you don't have knowledge it, then about that, then translation will go wrong. For example, I said that clever, okay, intelligent, okay, smart, brilliant. Okay, see, these all word conveys same meaning, but we also have a very particular way of using each word or each meaning of this word. Okay, intelligent, you can use in a very different way. Clever, he is a clever boy. You can use same word also in the same sentence or in the similar sentence, but also it is very important use some of the attractive and some of the more meaningful words in the translation. And that knowledge of substitutes or synonyms helps you to create the same effect whatever you have in the source language in the target language. Understand? So paradigmatic, this is paradigmatic. Okay, so you here what you do this, you understand the signs, okay, the words, how people are using the word in target source language, and then how you are using in the in the target language. Understand the requirement of the certain words. See, as I told you that a particular situation is there in the text. Understand, a particular words, a situation, for example a sad situation, somebody has died. Okay, and just you are translating one incident about the death of a person. Now what is requirement here? You should be your tone, your mechanism of tone should be very low. Okay, in a very sadness. Okay, so words like sad or emotions like sadness, which expresses sadness, you will use. Okay, you will talk about that person with a different kind of vocabulary. You will not see the you will a person's death occurred there, and you are translating in a very different manner. People are happy, people are dancing, people are using this and that and that. Okay, so how can you write in a very completely contrary words? Okay, so according to the requirement, according to the situation, as a translator, it's your job to give a certain words for the exact meaning. Okay, the situation will be different. If situation like this, like person has died, okay, A situation may have something different, a situation of hospital, situation of traveling, situation anywhere in the in your day-to-day life. So you will find different situations, and according to that situation, the words will be there, should be there. Okay, this is a paradigmatic. Now, what is syntagmatic? Syntagmatic analysis of science. According to the knowledge of culture and surroundings, words can be used in a translation. Okay, words can be used in a translation. So see, some words we have a positive words and some words we have negative words. Okay, but in some language, some positive words are negative, some negative words are positive. Why? Because according to the culture, according to the surroundings, according to the society. Understand this? So words can be used in a translation. How? According to the knowledge of culture and surroundings, words can be used in a translation. For example, if you don't know the culture and surroundings of Hindi people, Indian people, then it will be difficult to translate. Okay, words cannot be used in a different way. Okay, but maybe people will feel sad if you are using a particular word in a very different manner. Okay, if you are using a negative word as a positive manner, as in a positive manner in the Hindi language while translating, then people will feel something different, they will understand something different, that this translation is not well. How can a person can laugh if his family member dies? If you're translating something like that, you're translating a picture or a situation of death. Okay, and then you are using different, like whatever words, maybe people will get a different idea, people will get a wrong idea about that translation and meaning. Okay, so according to the surrounding and culture, we have to understand this science. New culture and surroundings may create difficulty in the translation. New culture and surroundings. Okay, see, for example, if you are familiar with two languages like Spanish and English, or English and Germany, that's absolutely fine. But you also understand other language like Arabic language. Okay, you can write it, you can understand it, but you are not that much perfect, that much fluent in that Arabic language. So, as you can do the translation into English to French and French to English, because you are very familiar with both the cultures, both the surroundings, English and French, but you don't have enough knowledge about Arabic, then in that case, this will be very difficult to translate. So it creates difficulty. You don't understand meaning, you don't understand words, and you cannot, sometimes mistakenly you use words, some not appropriate, inappropriate words in your translation, which leads you to the wrong meaning. Understand? So new culture also, and some surroundings of new surrounding also may create some kind of difficulty. So that's why we need to understand the culture first. Okay, choosing appropriate words may lose this essence of source text. Inappropriate words. Okay, inappropriate words, like for example, I'm telling you that word like clever, intelligent, smart, hardworking, whatever words we have, the similar words, it has different kind of meaning, but you have to use in a very appropriate way. If you are not using it, so it may convey something different meaning of the word in the translation. Okay, then needs to understand the background of text and author. Okay, background of author and text. Okay, for example, it has written in India. Okay, we need to have good knowledge about Indian culture first, Indian background, Indian society, and then of course you will find some little more information about the author. Okay, so that's why background and background of author, background of text, it's very important to understand while translating a particular text. Getting my point? Because without understanding of the theme of that text, Okay, you cannot translate, and if you are translating it, if you translate it, that meaning will not convey, the exact meaning will not convey from that from that what we say that from that text exactly. Understand my point? Then the last one, according to the cultural signs and and symbols, words need to choose. And you see this again in the same point is coming here. They according to the cultural signs and symbols, words need to choose while translating the task. No, nothing more than this. Only the point is that here, if you don't understand syntagmatic, what is it, what he's teaching us, okay, what is paradigmatic, sign, symbol, whatever, whatever. The more important thing is that you should understand the very general outline of this. This all I'm talking about is that you should understand the cultural background, cultures, society, traditions, and the way of that text has been written in. Okay, understand this. The without understanding the background of that language, that text, that author, at least you should have good general idea. Then only you can have a great like what we say that good for example good translation. Understand? So see, it's up to you that what kind of words you are using. See, if I'm giving it giving it a translation word, this is my novel in Hindi, or maybe this is my novel in English, so please translate into the French, or translate into the German. So as an expert, I'm giving you, as an expert of you are the expert of a particular language, I'm giving you my task. So it's your duty, it's your responsibility to find out a particular word, symbol, signs, and convey the exact meaning. The meaning should be intact in the target language. The same meaning, same expressions, and same everything. Okay? Some in some extent it is not possible. 100% expressions and emotions will not be transferred or translate. Okay, but you should not leave it on the 50%. No, you should not do that. At least you can take it to the 99% or 95% or at least 90%. Then your translation will be valuable. Otherwise not. Okay, so this is all about how to use the words, sentences, language. Okay, whatever language we have, see signs and symbols and many things. Okay, got my point? See, all about that you have to be ready theoretically. That's why we are taking these concepts here on the screen. Getting the point? So this is all about the syntagmatic and paradigmatic. Okay, but only the point is I should tell you this. See, you have to understand it perfectly. Okay, you find out that what kind of translation you are doing. A certain person is coming to you and giving you task. Okay, this is my book. Translated this. I need it in 1 month. Okay, now in that case, what you will do? What you will do? You will not just okay. This is the I will get money from this translation, and then let's see. I will finish this in 1 month. So you will write and you will translate it in a very on a very surface level, in a very general way, and then you will leave it and you will give it back to this the author. Okay, nothing will happen in that. See, translation is a knowledge also. Okay, you should understand this first. Translation is also a knowledge. Getting my point? It's not just a conversion or converting the sentences, but it's a knowledge. Why knowledge? I have given you the examples how knowledge has been translated from India, how knowledge has been translated from other countries to India. Huh? We have discussed this. What we discussed? We discussed some of the books translated in Arabic language, the knowledge of astronomy, knowledge of philosophy, knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of medicine. See, they have translated. That's why other country gained the knowledge. So simply you should understand this is also a sector. are a field of knowledge, not only just copying something and transferring ideas, transferring words, sentences into other language. No, you're wrong. Translation is also a source of knowledge. Source of knowledge. See, for example, if a mathematical book of Aryabhatta from India, if would not have translated in English or it would not have translated in Arabic language, would that knowledge gone to the world? No, because of translation, people got some kind of different knowledge from the Aryabhatta's book. Okay, understand? People got some kind of different knowledge from Panchatantra, which has been translated from Indian knowledge to Indian language to Persian and Arabic language. Understand? The knowledge of religion. For example, one person has translated Quran from Arabic to Indian language in Delhi. Okay, understand? And then the knowledge of religion, that religion spread among the people in India. So again, everything is there. It's all about knowledge, and we cannot damage the knowledge. As a translator, it's our job to, it's our duty, it's our responsibility to convey the similar knowledge without interfering in that, without doing any damages to the knowledge. Just translate it as it is in the target language. Understand? I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Then the next, after the semiotics, we have stylistics. Okay, stylistics. What is stylistics? Stylistics is all about style of writing. Okay, style of writing. How the style could be there of writing. Understand my point? Okay, stylistics. Now, what is stylistics? Stylistics is the study of varieties of language. Okay, varieties of language. Okay, now the language of advertising, politics, literature and religious books, etc. We have discussed this in the registers of language. Okay, so style of writing, style of grammar, style of words, style of everything, how we use, that comes into this particular form. Okay, stylistics. What is stylistics? Okay, I have written here some of the definitions. Okay, you can read this definition. Number one, stylistics is the study of varieties of language. Example, the language of advertising, politics, literature and religious books, etc. So every language is, you understood from last 2 days, okay, from the last session, that language is used in a very different manner in very different sectors. Okay, it also studies dialogues, regional accents, grammar, and registers of languages. Similarly, okay, accent, regional words, different dialogues, and the use of grammar, everything which we speak, which we can understand in the stylistics. Okay, understand? So translating or translation is also a part of this, and so that's why stylistics or style of writing, style of something, speaking, style of using grammar, style of regional using regional words, sentences. Okay, and the dialogues also very much important, how it has been understand how it has been written in the source language. Then it emphasizes on the style of language, as I said, that what kind of style. Okay, see, maybe you may have different styles of writing. If may You may have seen, see, some of the authors, some of the writers from village area, rustic area, the writing of, or the way of writing, the style of writing of those people who all write about religion, rural life, the life from rustic people life. Okay, so words, accent, grammar, the way of style using the grammatical word, verbs, phrasal words, idioms, everything will be different. So style of writing. Understand? So style of writing we have to understand first. Okay, maybe I will tell you the example of Shakespeare. Shakespeare is like, his writing style was completely different. Okay, how? Let me tell you this in 2 minutes. Okay, Shakespeare was one of the persons from the this English literature period in 15th of century. Okay, see, he was the first person who wrote tragedy and comedy together. Okay, and you can see his all writing, all plays are related to this. In his every play, you will feel, you may find the tragedy and comedy together, in combined. But before Shakespeare, people used to write only comedies, so no dialogue of tragedy would be there in the comedy. If people used to write only tragedies, people used to write only comedies, no comedy in tragedy, no tragedy in a comedy. Okay, so all in, like, this was the style of writing a play in the ancient period. But Shakespeare's style was completely different. He used to write together comedy also, and some of the incident on comedy, some of the incident on tragedy, and then play goes ahead. So this is the style of people who write the things. Okay, stylistics. Now, style and language, what is it about? Every human being uses language in a unique manner. Okay, sometimes see, sometimes, like, the same language, English language, take an example of English language. I speak differently. Of course, you will speak differently. Everyone who is listening this session, or maybe in your family, your friend, everybody use language in a very different manner. Okay, some people have the sense of using, or the habit of using words like, twice. Okay, I'm doing this. Okay, I'm like, one word you are using thrice. Okay, this may be a speech default, or the faults in the speech, but I'm trying to make you to understand, everybody, every person used language in a different manner, or in a unique manner. Okay, how I'm speaking, how my voice I have, okay, that will not be similar to your voice if still you are speaking English. Okay, two people speaking one language, similar language, will never be speaking like same. Okay, same like each other. So there will be some kind of difference. Okay, according to the time and place, language varieties can be seen. Okay, as I said you that a writer, a author from rustic area, village area. Okay, his writing style will be completely different than the writer who lives in the city, who lives in the urban area. Okay, you will see the differences. Okay, the person who writes about village stories, and in the village language, his style will completely different, way of using word, sentences, everything will be completely different. Understand my point? So style and language also, we can see in a very differently in many of people's writing. Okay, style of writing. So if you're writing a story, if you're translating one rural story, so your word of selection of word, sentences, incidences, or the description of picture, description of life should be restricted to the village things only. Understand? You cannot write like, there was a huge building in the village, like, on the second 102nd floor, that person was there, and he was like, giving a call to somebody from the on the from the four, whatever the floor was there. No, selection of word, selection of sentence, people use in a different manner, and that is their style of writing. So we have to maintain this style in the translation also. See the next one, we may see some of the dialects. Some of the dialects, okay, of course, dialects we have, sub languages or sub dialects we can also have. Maybe as some, like Koniba said that, his national language is French, but they speak different language. Okay, that's so that language is they as his dialect. Okay, see, for example, similarly, take my example. My language is national language is Hindi, but we speak very rarely Hindi with some other people, or maybe in some other cases. But at my home, in my circle, in my state, in my province, I'll speak a different dialect, which is Marathi. Okay, so people also have also can use the dialects. Okay, so dialects, understanding the use of dialect or knowledge of dialects also is important in the translation, because any people who is writing, like any person who is writing some of the novels, some of the writing something in the source language, he may use some of the dialectical words. Okay, words from your dialect. Okay, which is accepted in the national language. Okay, understand? So dialects also are very very much important. So you should know the dialects as well. Next is of difference of languages. Language style can be seen in the categories of society like educated and uneducated people. Okay, so let's see, can uneducated people and educated people, language, same language we use in a different manner. Okay, so in the translation also you have to take care of that. A person, a character from one story who is uneducated, so how he will understand or how he will use the language, so his dialogues will be different. Okay, so his dialogues will be different, his way of using words will be different. So in the writing, that will come also. In the translation, that will come also, how he that as an uneducated person, how can he use these the words. In the offices, business and technology, language variety can be seen, as like we have seen this in the register also. So this is also can be possible to have a different way of a variety of language. Then we have these people expresses themselves by using different styles. Okay, as I told you that everybody will have a different style of writing, style of reading, whatever use of language. Okay, so we can see that. Then stylistics and translation, here very important. uh, Stylistics and translation. uh, Okay, so here are some of the ideas about the translation. Why stylistics is important in the translation. Okay, one has to pay attention to the translation process and style of the text. That's clear. How you should know about the text and its style, who has written it. Okay, what kind of style he is using here. Okay, to keep the original feeling of the text intact, need to understand the original style. Okay, it doesn't mean that you understand English language and you can just translate it. You have to understand the style of writing also of the original text. Okay, the original text is in the very, what do we say that, sarcastic manner. Lot of incidents, lots of dialogues, sentences are there in the sarcastic manner or in a paradoxical manner. Only you're just translating words, sentences, but you're not focusing on the style, how they have written. You are not focusing on this expression and emotion. That will not help. Okay, style you need to understand of the original text, how it has been written. Style has its own importance in the translation. Of course we have, every language has its own language style. As I'm telling you, your language, Hindi language, English, German, Spanish, French, whatever language we have, it has a different style of writing, using, pronunciation. Okay, everything. Stylistics elements can be visible in the translation. Okay, then the next one, there are three types of styles as far as translation is concerned. See this, sir. See, the most important fact is this: the core of understanding this all linguistic elements. It is the understanding of use of language. Okay, this very single line you can understand. Use of language in the translation. That is why this, only for this only sentence we are studying these all elements. Okay. Understand? So let's see. There are three types of styles. Which are those styles? General style. It is used related style, user related style in which social, cultural, and geographical context is used. Object style, subject area, and work related styles, like for example scientific style, office style. What is this? This all about the language style. Okay, office style, media style, commercial, and anything like, we have seen in the this. No need to explain it in a more deep way because we have already seen yesterday language registers. Then the genre style, it is a literature oriented style. Okay, for example poetry, if somebody is like writing poetry. Okay, so he may have a different style of writing. Novel, a person person may have different ideas of writing a very different style. For example, take an example of you may be familiar with the novels of Jane Austen. Okay, so see the stories. All the stories are related to women. All the stories are related to the social order in the England, society, culture, and how the young generation lives their life and everything. You will find these similar things in each of novel by the Jane Austen. So this is also genre style, we can say that. Okay, in the drama, in the criticism also, as I told you the example of Shakespeare, how he writes tragedies and comedies. You will say his tragedies are very different way, but same elements will be in the different plays or dramas. Okay, stylistics and translation, it has a huge in the connection, we can say. And without stylistics and styles of writing and styles of using language, we cannot translate it in a very mm, perfect way. The last part for today is the semantics. Okay, what is semantics? As we have spoken very briefly in the last session, but here we are getting this idea of these the concepts. Semantics. What is it? It is the study of meaning of word. Wait a minute. All right. It is the study of meaning. Okay, how the meaning is takes place, what kind of meaning we have in the sentences or text. So we study these all the aspects of meanings in the field of or in the branch of semantics. Okay, semantics is all about meaning, study of meaning of word and of sentence. It helps to understand the difference between what you say and what you mean. Okay, sometimes with using some of the different words we convey a different meaning. So meaning, semantics is only about the meaning, how we understand the meaning from different words, sentences. Okay, studies the different types of meanings. Okay, different types of meaning we have here. Meaning directs to choose the words. Okay, it helps you to select the words in the translation. For example, as I told you that where to use which word, we have number of synonyms, we have number of things like clever, intelligent, smart, hardworking, brilliant. Now all words are same, but which word will be perfect in this in a particular sentence? So meaning will tell you that. You see the meaning of every word, a slight changes there are in the meaning, and that's why we can that this meaning can direct you to choose a particular word in a very different um, manner. Helps to use appropriate words to reflect certain meaning. Okay, if you are not using appropriate words, so meaning will be changed, or meaning may be like go in a very different way. Okay, so that's why we have to understand the meaning first. Okay, and that's why we study this semantic. There are few types of meaning. What kind of types we have here? I quickly take this because see this meaning we need to understand what kind of meaning people use. Okay, in the translation. Uh, okay, there are 7 types of meaning according to G.N. Leach, but you should just remember what kind of types we have as a meaning. Okay, denotative meaning, connotative meaning, collocative meaning, social meaning, 5 affective meaning, 6 reflective meaning, and then last one thematic meaning. Now, these are the types of meanings how you understand a particular word or a one synonym, one word in English, how it has been used, why it has been used in the source language, and then according to that understanding, you can translate it into the in your target language. Okay, let's take a quickly this. What is denotative meaning? Now, denotative meaning it is a dictionary or a literary meaning. Okay, a dictionary meaning, a meaning, a particular meaning or literal meaning of a particular word. For example, book, pen, man, woman, etc. So there is no any other meaning related in this book. If I say book, so it's only a book. Okay, pen, it's only a pen. Man, woman, only these literal meaning. What is meaning of man, what is meaning of woman, what is meaning of pen? So dictionary meaning we can understand this is a denotative or a literary meaning of a particular word. Understand? Then the next one is connotative meaning, secondary meaning of word or a word which may have two meanings. Okay, connotative, what we you are trying to convey, what you are trying to convey from one word, and you are using that word which has two meanings. It also have different meaning, and it also conveys your own meaning. You are trying to say something, depends on speaker or writer use a particular word to convey meaning. You can see the example. Blue is a color, but it can be also used to express sad feelings. Okay, for example, he looks blue. He looks blue. Now, what does it mean? So, does it mean its color is blue, or does it mean that he's not well or he's looking sad? Okay, so color blue. This is only example I'm giving you, but we have number of words like this which has two to three or more than three meanings of from the same word. So the connotative meaning so conveys this. If I say he seems blue, or he looks blue today, it means that he is not good, he is just sad. So I'm conveying the meaning, I'm connotating the meaning he is sad, but I'm using the word blue which has two meaning, the color blue, a color, name of a color, and of course the feelings, sad feelings. Okay, so sometimes authors can use very connotative meaning in their books, and that we have to understand it, and then we can translate it in a very um, good way, appropriate way we can say. Then the collocative meaning, words produce different meanings with when collocates with different words. Collocation, combined of two words. See the example, heavy smoker, a person who smokes a lot. You can understand it from heavy smoker. Examples I have given only which you will understand, and then you can understand the concept also of this meaning. Collocative words, words together combine and then creates different meaning. See this heavy, heavy it may be related to the weight. Smoker, again somebody is smoking, a different meaning, but you are making it together as heavy smoker. So you are collocating, you are collecting two words, combining two words and creating new word, new meaning. Okay, so collocative words, collocative meaning. Then the next one, social meaning. Social meaning, what is communicated in the social circumstances. Okay, whatever is communicating in the circumstances. Okay, number one, for example, mother, mom, mama, etc. is spoken in different social circumstances. Now, see this mother is very general now, general. You can say my mother, she's my mother. You can also use in a different way, she's my mom, and you can also in a more different way, she's my mama. Okay, see the example. So in a different society, the different social culture, social situations, people use similar words or sometimes different words in a different manner. Okay, the meaning of these three words is same, but if you visit or if you meet your friend, somebody is from metropolitan cities, okay, a huge city, urban area, people say their mom, mama, okay. But if you go to the very rural area, so people, very rare people or very few people say mom, or very few people say mama, okay. So the social meaning, what he is trying to convey from social meaning, so we should understand mama is mother, mom is mother also. So while translating, we should understand these differences. Then affective meaning. What is affective meaning? More, what is that? More directly reflects of speaker's personal feelings, which affects the listener. Okay, which affects. Sometimes we speak very rudely. Take the example of pig, fool, idiot, etc. So which is affecting. Okay, I'm not saying that he's like, for example, a sentence is there, he looks like a pig, or maybe he is pig. So what does it mean? Am I talking about a pig? I'm talking about a man that I don't like, and I'm giving a honorifics, we can say, or a word to that person, like in a negative way. He's a pig, he's a fool, he's stupid, he's an idiot, which is affecting the listener. Okay, affect, which whatever you are saying, whatever you are conveying from the, like, from your words, that is affecting the listener, readers. Okay, that is affecting. Reflective meaning expresses with associated words or multiple conceptual meanings which reflect the speaker's intention. Okay, reflecting means that there is nothing in that, in telling in this, I want to reflect something, I want to give some kind of idea to you, and just I'm conveying, reflecting from my body language, reflecting from my behavior, or maybe reflecting from using with some different words in the in my source language. Then the last, thematic meaning, speaker or writer organizes the message. The deep understanding means the thematizes meaning. Okay, thematic meaning is nothing about, it's only the theme, whatever the message is coming from that plot, whatever message is coming from poetry, drama, novel, whatever the meaning coming from that. Why should, like, we have some kind of message in every literature, every literary work, play, fiction, poetry, whatever. So that message we understand, and that is all a theming, thematic meaning, we can say. Okay, understand this point. I hope this will be helpful for you to understand some of the aspects of the linguistics, because this is very much important when we talk about the translation. See, these all part, this everything is about only theoretical part. You understand it clearly, okay, you get the knowledge theoretically, and then automatically your mind will work in the proper way, or in a correct way of translating something. I hope you have understood. It was too much information today about the language and linguistics. So because we have to cover this, we had to cover this, and then that's why. And the all the concepts are very much important. So I took a very long, and then to convey you this, to explain you with these all things. I hope this is you understood. We have 10 minutes or whatever, 6 7 minutes to have a question answer session. So we'll go to the question answers, please. Yeah. Okay. Anybody, if you have questions, so you can ask. Otherwise, I will stop.
Students can ask their doubts or clarifications. Sir, it seems
Yeah.
they have no queries, and as you have explained very well, and
Yeah.
if something is there, they will ask you in the next session after
Okay.
going through the video once again.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we close here, sir?
Yes, sure. Okay, so a lot of concepts are there in this session. So please, students, if you don't understand a particular concept, so please go through your study material. and or at least you can watch this video again, so that will be like a good clarification for your doubts. Okay, so we'll stop here for today as you don't have questions. So we'll resume the session, next session, as per the schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
so much.
Okay, students, let us meet again as per the schedule in the next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Fatima, Fatima, ai wa zuwa yi.